Hi everybody, Tracy Johnson here. Just wanted to take a few minutes to welcome you to week 5, module 5. We've almost through the entire course and we're going to spend week 5 and week 6 really focusing on those last critical elements of professional learning communities. And then the last week, week 7, will be time for you to learn about and focus on your final exam. So this week specifically, we're going to be talking about the action planning element of a professional learning community. For a professional learning community to be truly effective, there has to be a plan. And that plan is that roadmap or that guide to the kinds of work that a professional learning community should be engaged in and completing. Action plans also give us deadlines as well as goals and objectives that are essential to the work that the professional learning community is doing. If we don't have a guide or an action plan that we're going to follow, then oftentimes those professional learning communities just sort of skip around from thing to thing, and there's not a cohesive sequence of events that lead to student achievement as well as teacher development. We're also going to be talking about how do you decide if your professional learning community is in fact effective. We can use anecdotal data, but more importantly, we really have to look at the practice and the work as well as the outcomes of professional learning communities to gauge whether or not it is effective. That evaluative tool is also critically important so that we can make any mid-course adjustments we need to within the process. And then finally, we're going to talk about classroom observations and how that should also be a part of the work done by a professional learning community. We all know that professional learning communities cannot exist in isolation, that there has to be interconnectedness between curriculum, instruction, and assessment. And those are the main objectives and roles that a professional learning community must fulfill. But when we talk about that piece of that triad, curriculum, instruction, and assessment, and we think about specifically that instructional element, how do we know that the curriculum we've planned, or the standards that we've unpacked, those great instructional strategies that we planned are actually being implemented within the classrooms? And most importantly, if they are being implemented, are they being done with fidelity? Well, the only way to really know that is to get in classrooms and to look at and identify what's working instructionally, maybe some areas we need to tweak, but also to identify trends. So we're going to talk specifically about Instructional Round, which was developed by Dr. Richard Elmore at Harvard. And it's a great way for us to get that information that we need to look at instruction and to decide if all of these things that we've done within the professional learning community framework are actually happening in reality in the classroom. So just a quick reminder as well, in week 4, module 4, you were assigned your midterm. So that is actually due this week by Sunday, August the 11th. When you've completed that assignment, you'll actually go back to module 4 to do the final submission. So just a reminder to keep you on track. So hope you enjoy this week's work and learning. Thanks.